There they are, the beautiful bananas in chat. And as soon as one arrives, so do a gazillion more. Okay, I won't read them because chat is moving very fast. I'm guessing a lot of people are here to check out the Hermitcraft livestream weekend, which kicked off with Joe Heels, who is on my screen right now as it goes. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv/theassumer. We've actually just been raided by Joe right now, so he's passed the stream over right on the hour mark. And I saw him run over here and throw us a book and quill. Aha! We started the stream by delivering leaves to Iskal and greeting Mumbo. We rescued a dog and moved the dog sighting report stand to outside my office on the 2nd floor of City Hall. Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Say thanks to Joe. Stole my idea. It's everyone's idea now. It is a good idea though to have a journal. I like that. So, Joe has an office on the 2nd floor. Let's go check it out. Is it over there where he is? If I spam, I might make it. Yes, I made it. And then I gotta do it again. We'll use that block. Okay. Ah, brilliant. He's got his own little office. With lava buckets on the wall. Just pushing some paper, as you do, as you do. I love this. This is great. Let's swoop on down and just appreciate the view again. This is such a brilliant idea. There are diamonds in the trees. Some have fallen on the ground. This looks gorgeous. Obviously this is spoilers, but unfortunately Scar is building in the one place where everyone today will traffic through, so let's just show it off and give you a reason to go enjoy a Scar episode, right? Diamond trees. Absolutely genius. This is where the jobs board is going to go, I believe. Hi, X, why was there no pre-stream music, says the Big Kebab. Well, because of all the DMCA takedowns going on Twitch, I'm no longer going to stream any copyrighted music, so we just go straight into the streams these days. That is new. And that is, ironically, a tunnel where the idea was to fly, I thought. Anyway, there's something I want to go check over here. Woohoo! How much ink sacks are we getting here? Because I'm having a weird issue. Wow, it's efficient. I'm having a weird issue where some of them come back through to the other portal, but I guess it's not a problem when you're making that many ink sacks, right? That's pretty good. Dragon Egg says, this is my first stream. Well, welcome, welcome. Oh, jeez. I'm not the only one streaming today. You can go to hermitcraft.live. I'm still getting the hang of this. Nah, I'm not really getting the hang of it, am I? Hermitcraft.livestream.com if you want to see the full schedule for the day. There we go. That's the better way of doing it. What was for breakfast, X? This Skycaster 15. I've had 2 breakfasts today. I had a pot of porridge oats with a kiwi. And then later on I had some protein yogurt and blueberries. Delicious. Because today is the weekend and it's meal day, and today I'm having me a big fat pizza. Oh yeah. I might even get a side of garlic bread with it. I might even do that. I'm gonna indulge a little over the next week. And by indulge I mean not that much actually. I will keep it reasonable, but I'm taking a week off. Oh, let's not go into food. We always talk about food, but I've been looking forward to it for so long because it's been a month of hard work, and now I'm gonna have a week of relaxing and eating, and yeah. Right, we're gonna grab a couple of shulker boxes while we read some noises in the air. Head down below, pick up some arrows. Bowls of curry, says Salty Hallaman. That's my next dish, okay? Okay, following weekend, big fat bowl of curry again, okay? I'm going to order 2 curries, 2 sides, and a big naan bread. I had vegan pancakes for breakfast. Delicious, says Laura. I really want to try some of those vegan type recipes. Like sometimes I have protein pancakes, and Actually, now that I think about it, the source of protein isn't vegan. But anyway, I like vegan cuisine. I like to try those sorts of foods because they can end up being really tasty, even though they're not quite like the traditional thing. So, I have disabled temporarily the filter so that I could get my hands on some arrows, because I just kind of realised that I'd run out entirely, just no arrows. You know, I was literally killing skeletons out in the wild to get some arrows, which is just, it's shameful. Okay, at this level of Minecraft, you should never be worrying about arrows. Oh, by the way, we're going to go, I think the title of the stream is like Mega Project or whatever. We're going to go work on the Mega Project, which, by the way, I don't know if that's the name I've been calling it, but I've just got that Iskall way of talking stuck in my head. So it was the base expansion, and then I think I started referring it to as the Mega Project. You know, next there'll be the Mega Project of Doom. People are saying get Infinity. Well, I have Mending, so the two are incompatible. Right, so we had the Joe Hills raid at the beginning of the stream. Thank you again, Joe. Much appreciated. Sacred Monkey is here for 4 months. We've got Badger Spanner for 21. Octadoodle, L3 with the Prime. Official Jaden gifting the sub to Jimmy J00. Thank you for gifting the sub. We got Anonymous gifting the sub to Joe Hills. Thank you, Anonymous. A big fan of the poetry, I am. D-Pace Diver is here for 8 months. And Red Deva is here with the Prime. We also got Veggie Lover 9 saying, I'm so excited to... I will be getting a free jacket tomorrow. It's white and has shiny buckles. It even makes me hug myself. Now at first I was like, oh, it's nice to see you're so excited about getting a jacket. I wonder why you're getting a free jacket. Maybe it's just a gift from a friend. But oh no, it makes you hug yourself. Well, I think I know what you're implying there. You know. I appreciate the jokes. I appreciate the jokes. I can't be bothered to craft bone blocks today. I feel like, you know, we've got stuff to do. And we're just going to stock up on bones and leave it at that. And try and get a few more arrows while we're at it. Badger says, nice to see a poet gifting a sub to a fellow poet. Yeah, I was going to say, Joe Hills will appreciate that too. Or sorry, or is a fan of the... But I can't remember what I said, look. Okay, when I talk, nothing makes sense. George Philos, welcome to the stream. Read the Lectern in Bernie, says Nazar. Now, why would you want me to read the Lectern in Bernie? I've already read it. So I understand, you know, the rules of the game, and I've been playing by those rules. I thought of a quote you'd like to see. You can't change the winds of adversity, but you can adjust your sails. I like that one, yeah, that's alright. That's a good quote. Okay, so we're starting to fill up already. You know, maybe let's just leave it at that. Wait, I want to just double check to see if there's more arrows. We'll leave it at that. You know, we've got some cool things to do today in the stream. Quentin says, why don't you filter the first few rows? The way I set it up, I just made an easy, just give me bones item filter. I didn't really want to do bones and arrows, which I could have done. You know, I probably could have actually set it up fairly easy, but hey, every now and then I've just got to do that. I mean, I'm probably not going to use this many arrows for a long time, so it's cool. Amorous says, why not convert the ones to bone blocks? Well, I thought I'd save you the boredom of watching me convert bones into bone blocks on this stream. You know, quite often I do that and it's not the most exciting thing, so we've got other jobs to do today. We can come back and do some grindy stuff later. Okay, so I'm going to need to borrow another shulker box. I'm always having this battle of like stuff accumulating and then running out of shulker boxes. So we're going to put one more in there. In you go, buddy. In you go. See, look, we've got one over here that's almost half empty anyway. Right, the noises are really rolling in. I can't keep up all of a sudden. We got Ocean Fire 3011, Big Gookie Crib with the Prime. Tukion has gifted 5 subs to Copio, Skit Sketch, Ollie, Watermelon, Dylan B. Thank you ever so much for gifting those subs and supporting our community, dude. Appreciate it. Thrankeska, I know I can't say that properly. 13579 here with a subscription. We got S Drilled doing the cheers and bits, saying morning X, wishing you a fantastic weekend. Thank you, I appreciate that. Hope you have a good one too. We got Tommy Two Toes here for 8 months, saying hi X, I was just wondering if you like Formula 1 as the 7th anniversary British Grand Prix is going on. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Formula 1. I just it doesn't appeal to me, basically. Not the most interesting stories. I've never been much into cars, and yeah, Formula 1 just not my thing, really. We got Summon Shizen here with a donation saying, I totally didn't get the times messed up, so I've totally gotten to sleep tonight. Anyway, what are you looking forward to eating? Eddie, and please, for future reference, call me Sue. If I remember that, I will, but you know me, I don't remember much. Here's what we're going to do, by the way. We're going to do something super cool. Hey, why is that one empty? I don't know, but I need two. I need 2 of these, okay? We are going to grab some glowstone. Do I actually have... I think I crafted it all up, right? There's no, the glowstone's in here. Yeah. Well, I had something super cool in mind, but maybe not just straight away. Let's first of all just. Okay, no, that's not how I want to do this. Come on, brain. Let's activate the brain today. Okay, my arrows are gonna get stored up here, so I need 1 more, and the rest go in here. Okay, now we're gonna travel. Now we are going to travel. What am I looking forward to eating? I am going to eat just more food in general this week, but pizza today, barbecue tomorrow, and then I'm going to get me some pancakes and yogurt and fruit. Haven't had a bowl of pancakes, yogurt and fruit in a long time, so going to enjoy that. And probably a couple of other things as well. You know, there's some meals that I like to make that usually I cook in like smaller quantities. I'll probably just have, you know, larger portions or whatever. Where am I going? This makes no sense. I'm going the wrong way. Just on autopilot over here. Oh, by the way, I got a hot cup of tea. And now that I've remembered that, I need to drink it because I made it before the stream started. ASAP Wiz says you eat pancakes in a bowl. I pretty much eat most food from a bowl. I just find it so much more convenient. You don't have to worry about anything going off the plate, and I have large portions of food, so you know, just slap it in a bowl is my attitude. I like this. I like my journeys because they are guided. Beautiful. Woo! It's a dangerous place, this Never. Gotta be careful. Bowl of pizza, that's a good point. I'll put the pizza on a plate. You know, I'll put the pizza on a plate. Right, we do have some, but not a lot. Maybe enough. Maybe enough. Here's what I want to do, peeps. I want to grab some arrows, grab some glowstone, and make a boatload of spectral arrows. Yeah, we're going to get through this stuff quick. But these will be our special arrows. You do actually get... Wait a minute, do you get double the arrows out of this, technically? You only put in 1 arrow, but you get 2 back? Huh. Well, that is fascinating. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to keep some here for me. Hey, I double-click the other ones. There we go. So now when I shoot stuff, it will glow. And we're going to be shooting stuff today, so... Good time. I feel betrayed. I thought Asuma's favourite food was tea. Well, food is a drink. Sorry. Tea is a drink. Right? Woo! The Magma Blocks, man. They spawn so many of them in these areas. Oh, no! Wait, get glowed. Oh! A glowy death. A glowy death for you. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I don't know why I'm hyping it up. There we go. See, that time I was a pro. Okay. I'm collecting ink sacks again. I made my way out. Tea is just liquefied leaves. Changed my mind, says Sildramar. Well, it's also got water and milk in, so I've changed your mind because that is not a factual statement. Gotcha! Also, they're not liquidated, they're grounded down. Lauren Shett is here with the Prime. Itchy Norwegians here with Cheers a Bits, thank you so much. We got Visifon for 2 months. Mixanoo's here for 16. Same time to dance. And ASAP Wiz1 with the Cheers and Bits. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. That's some good tea right there. Good warm tea. Disturbed Puppy says that my harvester for the cocoa farm would make a cool water feature. Well, what's funny is after I built it and saw it in action, I thought of the same thing. I'll comment it on my next episode of Hermitcraft. I'm like, this is like a cool feature you could have in your base, basically, right? Like, you could just have it there for decorative purposes. Okay, I think we're going to have to leave one of these up here. But not that. That's an important thing that has to stay in our inventory. The whole string. Okay, in you go. Shulker box, backpack. Now that's for something we're going to do a little bit later. Ghasts! Over there. What kind of tea today, says Selena Opal. It's just English breakfast. But with some cow's milk. Lizzie Bess here for 40 months saying, holy cow, I think this means I like your streams. Yeah, apparently after 40 months, it means you like them, you know. Okay, where to next? I know where to. Over there. But we probably need some things first. Eleanor says, how are you dealing with the heat in the UK? I'm feeling disgusting right now, honestly. I'm just sweaty and horrible. Oh, but it's had me taking cold showers, which I've been enjoying. It's so easy, like, to get in a habit of just having warm showers all the time, but, like, when winter rolls around. Bit of a cold... Sorry, when summer rolls around, bit of a cold shower, not so bad. Okay, hang on. My brain is, like, struggling to multitask today. So we've got some lights, but I'm probably going to need some more. So, what we've got to do... Grab that. And grab that, and then just make a bunch more. Cool. What are you doing to your day in your stream, says Cool Loving Girl. I am going to be working on the Mega Project. Maurice says I never have warm showers. Well, I've heard that it's healthy to have cold showers and warm showers, and basically exposing your body to different temperatures other than normal is supposed to be good for its immune system and stuff like that. Hey, look, there's a block missing there. Okay, so I fully expect to see some baddies in the area. See, there's some baddies, here's some baddies. So we've got to light this place up. That is the job we have to do. We have to prepare this area. Now, I would like to do it nice and neat, but it's probably not going to work out very well. Probably just going to need to spam the torches a bit. You should make a new emote with your skin, says Deep Sea Diver. I haven't made new emotes for so long. Could probably do with all sorts of new emotes, right? Alright, who's going to get glowed? No one, I missed. There you go, glowing and on fire. And your fire's glowing? Wow. That's pretty cool, I like that. There we go. Is this the build from your latest video? Says I'm a big Papa Christmas. Yeah, this is it, except it's finished, right? I think in the latest episode on YouTube, it is not finished. But in the next one, you'll see it is finished. And by finished, I mean finished as much as I'd designed. I've designed no further than this now. What's the song, says Ish Binnett? It should be written on your screen. Oh, get glowed! Get glowed! No, get fallen! Well, you got fallen. Got away with one there. So yeah, this is it. Gonna light the whole thing up. The URL on the title is wrong. The URL on the title is wrong, says Ali Plays. Is it? Maybe I just made a typo. Apparently it's not. Stellian says it's not. Okay. It's the kind of thing you can make a typo on, right? I mean, you can make a typo on anything. Type it into the keyboard. Hit the wrong key, it's a typo. Get glowed. Get fiery glowed. I love that the fire is glowing too. It looks so cool. I was trying to create some sort of pattern earlier, but I think that's going out the window pretty quick. Oh no! Oh no! Skelly Bob shooting at me. Skelly Bob fell? The Skelly Bob probably fell. If tea is a drink, then soup is a drink too. Yeah, maybe. It certainly blurs the lines, doesn't it? Especially if you have like a broth. Then that's like soup slash tea slash vegetable slash water. I don't know what it is. Other people are saying the URL is wrong. Alright, Estelian's fixed it. Thank you, Estelian. Yeah, if you want to see the schedule for today, hermitcraft.livestream.com. Not whatever I writ before, apparently. Oh, jeez! You snuck up on me, you devil. Get glowed, sucker. Oh, I thought it was all over. I thought it was going to blow up and the game would glitch out and destroy the entire world. But thankfully, that did not happen. Okay. Torches, torches, torches. Now, Endermen, they can't get hit by these projectiles, so I don't think we can make an Enderman glow. Oi! Don't walk away! Where you going? Get glowed! Get glowed again! Right, okay. Oof! I tell you what, it is warm and sweaty here. Ugh. That's how I feel right now. I feel like, ugh, I need a shower. But I've got more work to do today. Legally, a pizza is a sandwich. Is it? I thought a hot dog was a sandwich. Unless you have, well, a calzone is probably a sandwich, right? Or is a sandwich a calzone? Oh. Oh, what is this nonsense? Who else is online? I'm the only one online, so that might just mean while we're up here in this area, stuff will keep spawning up here, which is kind of good, because I want to be able to like backtrack and make sure I lit everything up, right? We don't want no surprises, is what I'm saying. Right, what about your friend? Let's take the scaffolding back. And continue with the torch spam. Looks good to me. And I'm going to drink a little bit more tea. We also got noises in the ear. We got Socks and Rocks here for 4 months and Waylander 101 with a Prime. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate it. Whew, alright. And I'm going to need a water break soon as well. Humid, that's what it is here today, very humid. I'm a big Papa Crisps. Thank you for the nice message. Glad you like the build. It's really awesome. I love it. Feels like my own little arena. Okay, shoot this sucker right here. We got Anthony Hoheb9 saying tea is just a leaf juice with milk. Okay, I'll accept that one, jeez. Thank you for the cheers and bits, dude. Whoa, got another creeper. Got another creeper. Oh, by the way, peeps, I was thinking, when I have my pizza, I want to watch a comedy. Like, I watched this, I don't know if I ever talked about it, but I watched this, movie with, I think his name's Eric Andre, a while back. And it had me in stitches, it was so funny. I want to watch a good funny movie. Like, what movies do peeps recommend? Feels like it's been a while since I've heard of like a really good, you know, funny comedy movie. Like back in the day, stuff like Superbad and all that used to feel like there was like a couple of those every year. Classic or new, says Badger. Either really, just something I haven't seen before would probably be best. Dodgeball. I remember Dodgeball. Idiocracy, seen that one. Ali G in the house. Wow, that goes way back. Well, there is no shortage of suggestions now. To the point where I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this information. There is a lot of movies in this world, isn't there? What I will probably do is do some Googling and get some lists and like filter them by like year and stuff and try and pick something out that way. If you like dark humour, then definitely Jimmy Carr. Yeah, but he's a comedian, right? So he does like stand-ups, which is funny, and his stuff is funny. I've seen loads of it. But it's not quite the same as like a funny movie. We got Silent Storms 2020 here for 3 months, and Tim Nasty, which isn't a bit saying, hey X, what do you think about the new combat snapshot? Not a lot really, I've covered it, and it's just, you know, it's just constant back and forth and tweaking and changing, and really I'm just, you know, waiting for the final thing and then seeing what it feels like. I gotta say though, like, I think Jeb should be working on making mobs. Like, he designed the Guardian and the Guardian Temple, and I think all of that stuff was fantastic. And now it's been like over a year. I don't know if it's been a year yet, but like it's a long time of this combat stuff, and it just feels like it doesn't really change the game that much, you know. The thing I've always said about Minecraft PvP is that it's just spam clicking, and they replaced it with slower clicking, and I don't think the game has the meaningful stuff in it to like the core of the game just isn't really well prepped to make PvP that interesting. So I think whatever variables you give it, at its core it's still going to just feel very similar. And seeing the changes they made in the latest edition didn't really change my mind on that one. That's kind of how I feel about combat in Minecraft. Yeah, now it's hold click as well. Good point. You know, you just hold click instead of spam clicking. I don't think the wider audience is going to enjoy that change very much. Like, it's all fair and well collecting feedback on Reddit, but you're getting feedback from like a small section of the audience, and you'll probably find once you push something out, then all of a sudden you get like the screaming masses coming in all upset. Why is it hold click? This is stupid. Rah, 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 that kind of attitude, which I don't agree with. I don't think like people should get upset and shout about it, but it's what I would expect to happen. I've just noticed. Look at this. These blocks don't need to be here. Oh, I just saved some terracotta. Well done, me. Right, I think the thing's pretty well lit up now, wouldn't you say? Not seeing anything spawn on it. Now we've got to deal with the area down there in the middle. But to deal with that, I think I'm going to fly away first of all. Are there any data packs that can show you the light level, says Ivan by Dash? I don't think so. That'd be a very interesting tool to have, though, wouldn't it? Hail the Beards is here with the cheers and bits saying, you seem really happy today, X. Are you like me and just much happier when the weather's nice? And a funny film to watch is What We Do in the Shadows. I'll add that one to me. Well, I don't have any notes open yet, but I got to do some movie research. Also, do I seem really happy today? I am actually like exhausted and kind of overwhelmed by the weather. I feel knackered, like. Whew. And I got to do some garden work later as well. Jeez, I'm gonna be a wreck. I must already stink. Where are we? What are we at? We came over here to sleep was the idea, and then we'll get to work on the area down below. So we're gonna need a beacon. We've got a pick. Gonna need a shovel. Gonna need a bed. Gonna throw that bed on the floor. Okay, so there we go. Do you think Minecraft will be able to benefit to scroll through your inventory via the hotbar like Stardew Valley? Yeah, I think it probably would. Oh, I was reading a message and then it disappeared. Huh. You're going to sleep well tonight, says Turtle King. I hope so. I slept very well the other day. I got the running bug big time at the moment. I think I talked about it a while back that I went for a run after. Like normally I'm like, if I've worked out, I'm not going to go for a run, but I did. And then 2 days in a row, I went for a run. And the second day, I was literally like, I should probably rest, but I'm just going to go for a run anyway. And my legs were like jelly. And I slept ever so well that night, but not so much last night. You know, when it's hot, it's just so easy to get like bothered and keep waking up and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's been a bit hit and miss. Just started watching Asuma Says. Very good, says Baby Yoda. Oh, glad to have you over there watching. And that gives me an opportunity to shout out my third channel, Asuma Says. Full of clips from these live streams where we talk about things. If you want to check it out, the Google, the search, the typing, the Asuma Says, you know, the clicking on the result. That's how it's done. Okay, so we're gonna level this place out. To what level? I'm not entirely sure. That being said, in some places the materials only go down so far, right? But essentially, I want to have a big basement down here. So I might end up just bringing it all down to like the lowest point, and so it's kind of all matching, you know, on all sides. Right, probably best to get to the top and dig our way down. We got a big sub bomb here. 10 gifted subs by Stunned Kitten. Thank you so much for gifting the subs. Appreciate it. I'm gonna have a little bit of water here. I'm feeling really, really feeling the humidity. Colonial Colher, Warchild, respawning for life soon. 2598. Pryden, Johnny's 1277. Hugh Jones Music, GBG, X App 13 by Emerald 250 80. You've all been gifted subs thanks to Stunned Kitten. Thank you again, appreciate it. We also got Industrial Squid and DDR Kahats here with the primes. Appreciate ya. Badger says lots of repeats today, I see. What are repeats? What's your biggest pet peeve, says Sizzle. I'm so bad at like holding on to like just stuff like that. Like I don't really have a... I mean, there's things you'll encounter in the world that annoy you, but like I find just getting annoyed by stuff is usually a burden on myself, so I don't really fixate on anything. Ribsy says, whoa, that message. What message? That's what That's what, that's my pet peeve. When people say it or that. That is a little bit of a gripe I have with communicating online, is that someone will type about what they're replying to, but then for me it's like I read that message later, and so I don't know what that is, right? We got Horse Lover here for 20 months, and Tim Nasty with Cheers and Bits saying I've been using both Optifine grass textures with the Vanilla Tweaks ones, and it looks really good. Cool. Does Optifine change something about that? Because I know the Vanilla Tweaks gives you that long down the side of the block grass, which is really nice. Just makes things look so much prettier in general. But yeah, that's cool. X's pet peeve is having a pet peeve. Yeah. Jojo Rabbit, interesting suggestion. The Death of Stalin's absolutely brilliant. I think I might have seen Game Night. But Jojo Rabbit, isn't that the one about like a kids movie about Nazis or something? Like, I heard about it and I was like, oh, that sounds odd. Surely can't be a kids movie. It's the view of Nazi Germany through the eyes of a 10-year-old. Alright. That might be interesting. Whoa! Whoa, Skelly Butt, get out of here. Not welcome. Not welcome. Blazing Saddles is a brilliant old movie. I've tried to watch that. Sometimes I think you end up being on the other side of the generation. What? There's no dirt in my inventory. There's no gravel. Is it me, or does it feel like I should have more blocks in my inventory? Or did I just put some away without thinking? Like 39 all of a sudden. I think 18. Yeah, we're witnessing some inventory desync. That is some blatant inventory desync right there. That was so confusing. So confusing. Right, we got Estrelid here with Cheers and Bits saying, I'm in Oz and I get bad humidity. If you have a pedestal fan, that helps. If not, face washer with cold water, or even in the freezer for 10 minutes, then dabbed on the face helps a lot. Yeah, that definitely would, wouldn't it? I might do that a couple of times today, because I'm going to be tending to the garden today, and that can be pretty sweaty stuff, right? Thanks for the tips, I appreciate that. Game Changers is a great movie. That sounds familiar as well. Oof. What do you grow in your garden? Says Marvian. Nothing. Weeds? It's just a garden and it needs tending to. I like a little bit of gardening because it gets you outside, gets you moving your body about, you know. But to be fair, like I don't take a lot of pleasure in having stuff in the garden, so I don't like look after any flowers or anything. It's just, you know, upkeep, keeping it tidy looking. I feel like I've started with like the least motivating part of this whole project. Let's figure out what our lowest level is. It's where the water is, right? It's going to be over here. We need to fill in all of this water. Aha! Well, now I've got reasons to work on this a bit more. We need to light it up, right? Or I could just fill it all in. So I'm going to bring these walls down. I'll probably light it up. That's easy. Should really do things the easier way sometimes when... If you're not ever going to see, you know, that you filled in that hole instead of putting in lights, what difference does it make, really? Just do the thing that enables you to play the game more and do more creative stuff, right? For Americans, garden often refers to your yard. Yeah, over here in the UK, you just tend to say garden. Back garden, front garden. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Oh, dude, I drink water all day long. Don't worry about it. I'll be well hydrated. I'm telling Efo on you not filling that in. Go right ahead if he wants to come over here and fill that in, you know. That's time he's spending doing that, not me. That sugarcane is bugged, says Aktor. Oh yeah. It's not bugged, it's that it doesn't get a block update because it's diagonal to the source. Could probably say it's a bug. But then if you were to fix it, you'd be introducing like quasi-connectivity block detection. Which, I don't know if they want that in the game. I mean, that kind of already exists, I think. Sort of exists, anyway. Right, there's more dirt for our pond. And some grass as well. Oh, I haven't got the bed in my inventory. It's definitely getting close to bedtime. We shall be like B-dubs, be the one. And also I need to eat food. Have you ever had an invite to participate in MCC? I haven't. The Minecraft Championship thing, right? I have not been invited. I don't really know what it's about, but, you know, no harm in being invited to something, right? Will you be giving Jev's Diamond game a go? I don't know what that is. I do not know what his Diamond game is. Orange wants to see my pick-in chance. They're all just what you'd expect, right? You know? Unless you're on about the instant mine, it's a combination of haste. Whenever someone asks, it's always haste 2 plus efficiency 5. They just don't know that. And what's interesting is that, like, you assume everyone would know that, right? But there's always people discovering Minecraft and having to learn all the things and not realizing that that exists. So when I see a message like that, I instantly think it's because of instant mine. I instantly think it's instant mine, see? See what I did there? My chickens are in lockdown for a month due to a bird virus. The chickens get put in lockdown? I guess they probably get isolated if they're ill. Lockdown's more of a societal term, right? Do you like Japanese anime? Says Raven Oxox 27. I like some animes that I watch. I've never really liked it as a thing. Like, it's just, I say this every time, it's just like a format. You know, just a means to convey a story. And what I like is good stories. And I've seen some really good animes with great stories. One that I watched a while back, probably the last one I watched actually, was called Erased, I believe, if I'm remembering it correctly. About this kid that kind of like jumps back in time to save people, and it's got like a really kind of like rich storyline. It gets you thinking. It's good. And fortunately for me, there's a live action version that's not very well received, and I happened to read in advance that you should just watch the original. So I watched the original. Stunned Kidden is here with cheers and bits saying, hey X, now that you watched Deep Space Nine, what do you think of the whole Dominion War? I thought it was good. I loved it. Like, I was always engaged with the storyline. I like where it went. I will say though, that, you know, when you present like these sort of all-powerful creatures and these ideas that they can just replicate them and upgrade them and they're genetically engineered to fight, like, it does kind of like make them out to be pretty difficult enemies to overcome. Yeah, obviously, you know, in the end we're going to overcome them, right? That's what's going to happen. And this is something I'm noticing with battles Battlestar Galactica as well. So when you do that, then when you start to think it through a little bit more, you could say that the Jem'Hadar are like probably really too powerful for us to overcome, but of course we do. So a better example I'm talking about in Battlestar Galactica, maybe I like didn't really quite catch on to what's going on in the first mini movies, but they've got these Cylons that can mimic humans, right? But the rules and parameters of like what they can do is a mystery, and the amount of like Cylons that are out there is very mysterious. You don't actually know a lot about the enemy in the series, and I find it makes things kind of hang on a ledge a little bit where you don't really know where things are going to go, but at the same time it's a little bit dissatisfying because it just feels like anything can happen and that'll just be what happens. Like the Cylons effectively destroy massive populations of humanity. Apparently humanity is spread out over 12 it's spread out over 12 colonies. They all get wiped out in one go, and there's 50,000 survivors left. Now that is like a lot of firepower, and considering that humans are multi-planetary species, that would make me think that like we would have a lot more infrastructure out there, but apparently not. And then you never really see the vastness, like you don't see Cylons, maybe it's coming like further in the season, but you don't see the Cylons' bases, you don't understand like the scale they operate at. You see a few soldiers here and there, these like mechanical walking units. And so it kind of just makes you think like, all these events that are unfolding, what are the odds? Like you don't really get a sense of that, right? You don't get a sense of the enemy you're really up against, especially when the Cylons then start behaving like humans and rebelling against their own intentions. It's just a bit like, don't really know what they're actually facing when you think about it, right? This all-powerful enemy that's blown them up, and yet you haven't really seen anything of like their worlds or how powerful they are. Maybe that stuff's coming, but where I'm at right now, that's becoming like a noticeable thing in the storyline. It's just like, never really know what's up with these Cylons, right? Anyway, there we go, a little bit of a waffle. The mystery is integral to the show, says Disturbed Puppy. Well, that's promising. I like that I hear that. So hopefully that will be satisfied later on. I mean, the other thing is that it doesn't feel like the characters in the show are conveying that mystery that much. They speak with a fair bit of confidence about the Cylons, and sometimes when the various people are making decisions, they don't talk with like uncertainty about the Cylons, which is what I feel like I would be doing in their position. I'd be like, well, we can't assume that because we don't know if they've got this or that or what they're going to do, right? There was actually a really good episode though where they have to constantly jump and everyone's been awake for like hours and hours, and that I felt like really set up a great premise for like not understanding the enemy, but it feels like that sort of dropped off a bit since then. But anyway, like just possibly overanalyzing. You've got to get through more of the show to see where it goes. Game of Thrones season 8 opinion, just rewatched, says Anonymous. Was 8 was the last one, right? Without a shadow of a doubt, it was awful. I mean, you can always say it's not all negative, right? There's some goods, there's some bads. The acting was great. All the people working on the show did a great job making it look stunning, all of that stuff. But the writers, they totally blew it off. They blew the show off. They just wanted to go do something else, and that is really quite sad. Because they'd done a fantastic job with it leading up to that, and then they just rushed all of it and gave it a inconclusive ending. Well, not an inconclusive, but just a rushed kind of that'll do ending, and then all of these carefully crafted storylines and arcs that they're built up over seasons just kind of went, into the wall, and it was awful. I think if you really dislike the end of that show, there's good reason for it. Now, if it were if it weren't for the fact they clearly made it known that they were going to go work on Star Wars and they wanted to move on, we'd probably have a bit more defense in the fact that, you know, writers can write things the audience don't always see eye to eye with, right? But because you know their motivation was just to move on from it, it makes all of it just feel so like they didn't put their heart into it and just wrote it off. What's your opinion on the current state of The Simpsons, says Haro. Haven't watched The Simpsons in a long time. I know though that they've openly just said, like, hey, we're gonna just do this show forever until no one will pay us to do it. Like, they're just happy with, you know, milking it for as much money as they can get, and if that's what they want to do, fair enough. Can't spoil those classic episodes from back in its prime. Rush to work on Star Wars was totally worth it, says Surprise T. They also lost the job as well. I believe it might have been because of how they handled the end of Game of Thrones. Might have had Disney going, oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, these lot are jumping ship. Where are we at? We got Tagamer here for 3 months. Thank you, Tagamer. Appreciate it. Thank you for your subscription. Any TV show recommendations? Says Snow Pandacorn. Again, I'm so bad at just like remembering stuff. Watched loads of cool things over the years. I've actually got like a massive list of stuff that I've watched. I tend to keep note. I think maybe what I'll do at some point is just... Yeah, actually, no, this is not a bad idea, okay? So, the other day for the Asuma Says channel, with the Asuma Says channel, I've now got a place to put thoughts. Like, there's always thoughts running through your head, right? Especially if you're a thinker type person like me. Always engaging with, like, philosophy type subject matter. Anyway, I was just realising that there's things that I can share that might be of interest to other people. And the other day I was thinking about lyrics from my favourite songs. Thought, you know, actually this stuff might be really cool to share in a video. And do you know what else would be really cool? Going through my list of movies that I've seen and maybe putting together like a top list over there and just talk about each of them a little bit. That might make a really cool video. Then when someone asks, I'll have a reference point to remember, because you know, like as you get older, you just watch so much stuff, it all becomes a blur. And I don't even watch a lot as well. Like, I kind of make a conscious effort to not sit in front of the telly for hours. You know, for me it's like when I'm eating, I'll put something on, and then maybe like half hour at the end of the day, that's it. Otherwise I'm slacking. Now, did I put my bed away? I believe that I did. The greatest television show ever is Arrested Development. If you want good comedy, that's the one. I was on holiday in America when that first aired, and I was only like a kid, and I thought it was just like the weirdest and funny little show. Like, the way the jokes just roll off at you, just like, it's like you're a punching bag and someone's sparring. And then when I came back to the UK, I told all my friends about it. I was like, I saw this show called Arrested Development, and it was so weird and wonderful, and then just started watching it. You watch movies in 30-minute parts, says Sigma. Yeah, I tend to, like, if I watch a movie, I tend to just break it up so I'm not sitting and being static for too long. I'm fine with it. I know it annoys other people, but I can do it. I can do that, it's fine. Just pick up where I left off. Okay, what do we need? Came back here to get... See, this is the humidity right now. My brain is just sluggish and slow. How about when you're in the cinemas, says that Dong Dong. Yeah, you know, I just you know, text the projector. I go, text the projector. The technician running the projector. I just go, you know, pause the movie for a minute. yeah, just go. Sorry, peeps, just going for a stroll. We'll crack on with this in a bit. When I go to the movies, I go to watch the movie in one go. I like that though, to be fair. Like, it separates like regular behaviour and irregular behaviour, right? Like, you want your regular, normal routine to be as productive, healthy, constructive, whatever as possible. So then when you are in a different environment doing something different, it's more enjoyable that way. Like, when I do go to the movies, which I haven't done in a while because of the old lockdown, but like, I really take it in so much better. It's like a really great way to enjoy the movie. But if I were to just sit and watch movies all the time and do nothing else, like, that's a lot of time just watching a movie, and then it wouldn't be as special. It's kind of dark over here in this corner, isn't it? Also, it sounds like Mario's having a good time in the background. Assuming you should rename the Steam book. I could do that, couldn't I? Also, what am I going to write in there? Worked on the mega project? That's probably it. It's not all I'm going to do today, but it'll be a big part of it, that's for sure. I hope someone needs lots of dirt and grass, because I'm going to get a whole bunch of that again. Someone says the music reminds me of Mario. That's because it probably is Mario. Like a sample of Mario. Silex NT06 has subscribed to Amazon Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Scar says he can never have enough dirt. You know, every season of Hermitcraft, I always ask Scar, I'm like, look, I got loads of dirt and grass, do you need any? He's always like, no thanks. And then I watch his videos and he's spending hours like going off into the distance collecting it. I don't know. Is this Forrest Gump? It's not, but that's a great 90s movie. I love that movie. What is the message of Forrest Gump? What do you think, peeps in chat? I know what it. I think I know what it means. At least for me, the message I get from watching that movie. Don't stop running. You can run away from problems. Jeez. Okay. Run, Forrest, run. Life is like a box of chocolates. Sure. Always have Tom Hanks in a movie. Great. The message is Tom can play any role really well. Never give up no matter the odds of people's opinions. You can get rich if you are stupid. Jeez. Interesting. Okay, so like, you know, no one in chat I see has got quite the same opinion, but some are similar. The message I always got from Forrest Trump is that intelligence isn't the measure of a man. And by that what I mean is, you know, a person, right? Just way of speaking. And then by extension, you know, like, a person's character is not always about some externality you know of them, right? Like, you might say that, well, at the time you might have said the R word, which, you know, I'm fine with saying that, but it feels weird now that I've thought about how some people don't like that word being said. Because I'm never going to say it like, I'm never going to call someone the word, but like, it's just part of the language I'm trying to use, right? Like, that's what people used to say then. Anyway, like, you know, if you want to put a label on him, say he's autistic or he has like learning needs, etc., like, it just shows you that that stuff isn't the measure of a person, right? Because he's a good soul in the movie with an incredible like drive and ambition, and it just shows you that the idea is, to me, is that something like intelligence or whatever it is you think he might have, like, doesn't mean anything in that context. But hey, that's just my own interpretation, right? Harry says, I don't think he's autistic, he just has a low IQ. Yeah, you know, like I said, I was saying a label, right? I just think it's like, you know, it puts him in front of you in a way where it'd be so... And people in the movie treat him differently because of his intelligence, but like, you know, you could put him next to someone who's far more intelligent and they can make terrible decisions and be a horrible person. It's like, it's not the measure of a person. So next time you meet someone who might appear to have a lower IQ, just remember it don't really mean as much as you think it does. That's what it meant to me, that movie, anyway. Oh. The build currently looks like an amphitheater. It does a little bit. Maybe we could do something PvP down here. This was going to be like a basement though, that was the idea. Because I'm going to build a big old floor for building projects on up top. I think Forrest was so focused on one goal is the way that made him succeed, says Axel. You could look at it in terms of his successes in the movie as well, yeah. You know, like a movie doesn't have like one answer, right? Like it's... There's obviously what the script was intending to convey, but, you know, if you want to interpret it in different ways, it's all good, I think. That's just my interpretation of it. Lieutenant Dan was among the first few people to treat him like an equal, as he understood he was more than what you saw on the surface as a person. Yeah. Totally. Really is a wonderful movie, isn't it? I didn't really get the chance to see Forrest Gump until high school. I felt like an outcast with everyone talking about it in middle school. Yeah, it's just how it goes sometimes, isn't it, you know? There's lots of movies out there that people talk about. But like with all the media there is in the world, it's a bit weird that, like, because I know it happens, people get kind of like, oh, you know, you haven't seen this? What's wrong with you? Kind of attitude. And it's like, well, there's a lot of stuff you can do at your time on planet Earth, you know? You haven't been breathing oxygen? Okay, that one I can understand, jeez. The old oxygen breathing, but like... Consuming content, media, books, news, like, you can't expect other people just to know what you know. Breathing is for the weak. Jeez, okay. I haven't ever been to McDonald's and people act like I'm an alien. Well, good on you for not going to McDonald's. It's not exactly a great dietary choice. Yeah, I haven't had a McDonald's in probably like 10 plus years, and I have no desire to go. Zero. In fact, if anything, I hate the idea of like, I don't know, being with a bunch of friends and like, let's go to McDonald's. It's like, nah, let's not go to McDonald's. Let's not. Where's my bed? Did I put it back over here again? I don't know. Gotta jump, gotta make jump sounds. I guess we're doing it like this. Didn't I fly somewhere last time as well? Gonna have to do it again. Woo. Red Fury says McDonald's is like one of the least tasty fast food out there, in my opinion. Well, I can't wage in on that because I don't even eat. I mean, I have my takeaways, but I don't ever eat at KFC, Burger King, any of that stuff. Actually, I tell you what though, like last summer, I had the opportunity to have a Burger King milkshake. Boy oh boy did it turn me off eating them. Like, I hadn't had one in ages. You know, like I've been on this healthy eating thing for a long time and like hold off from like temptations and urges and stuff I used to eat and drink. And so, you know, I had this opportunity. I thought, do you know what? I'll have one. It's a nice day. It's been a great day. Let's have a Burger King milkshake. And then, oh, it was just like liquid sugar, and I was like, this is disgusting. I threw it away. I didn't even want to consume all of it. In Australia, we call McDonald's Maccas, and if you want McDonald's, you go on a Macca's run. I think some people in the UK call them Maccas as well. McDonald's is rubber patties between foam rubber buns. The taste is nostalgic, brings you back to your childhood. Yeah, that's one thing I will say about it, is like the taste will certainly like remind you of memories, no doubt. No doubt it will do that, right? Have you ever had KFC? Says your smexy mod. I only think I've ever had KFC once or twice. And I don't remember it being that great. They used to be quite tempting, to be fair. Like, you'd see the advertisements and I'd be like, ooh. But, nah. Hey, am I out of range of the beacon over here? That's a problem. I need my instant mine, you know. I need that instant mine. Well, now I feel like I'm just making a mess. Asuma, will you guys be making a theme park in Hermitland like on Season 6? Says Despa. Yeah. Hopefully you've been watching recent episodes of Hermitcraft. Hopefully you've been watching them. Those recent episodes with those mini games in that theme park. Right, I'm getting bored of this. Like, we've done a fair bit of grind. There's more to go. Let's do something else for a bit. Fast food tastes great if you eat a lot of it because of the addictive ingredients, and generally eat healthy food. Fast food just tastes like calories. Yeah, that's what it tastes like to me, Slug. Just dirty old calories. Yeah, that's the thing though, it's the additives, right? Like, they mess with your taste buds so much. Actually, probably going to need these things where we're going. Which one's got Silk Touch? It's been a while since I gathered some leaves for Iska. I think I might have to go do that again. Right, we've got all the tools. I'm going to leave the beacon here for now, I think. Well-made fast food doesn't taste too bad, but generally it's NG, says Morgan the Manaki. Well, I think it's what fast food is, right? Because fast food is food not made very well, because it's made fast, and it's fast food. So like McDonald's, KFC, all that stuff. But like, you can go get food cooked for you fast, but if it's, you know, fresh ingredients and cooked properly. Now, I'm not aware of any chains, although you do have like pizza chains, something like Wagamama, right? Like that's pretty down relatively healthy food, I believe, that they serve. Wagamama, and it's actually their thing that, you know, they generally serve it fast. That's my experience. It says it if you read the little menu. It's like, hey, the type of food we're cooking here, you know, it's going to come out pretty quick. So if you want to call it fast food, I think you'd... Yeah, it's fast to arrive, but it's not what we call fast food, right? When we say something's fast food, we're talking about junk food. So, yeah, I guess that's what I was looking for, right? That term, junk food. You know, junk food is fast, but fast food isn't junk. I don't know. Wagamamas is amazing, says Blue Tiger. Isn't it just? Oh man, it's been so long since I had a Wagamama. And last time I went, I had these weird Korean mini burger things. They were just, oh, delicious. They were delish, as one might say. Ooh, wait a minute. Is this... We got to double check. Man, the amount of times I've come through here double checking. It is correct. That is the middle. Wagamama is a Japanese word for selfish. Oh, interesting. Wonder if there's any connection. It's not Japanese food though, is it? It's sort of Asian, Oriental. Well, maybe it's Korean. I'm not entirely sure actually if Wagamama is a particular region or not. Kim Forever says... Oh, sorry, no. JJB Martin says, the only time we went to Wagamama, we waited for an hour for food and had to leave without because we had move tickets. That's really unfortunate. There might have been a reason it was like that. My experience has always been swift and fast, and I remember reading the menu and it's sort of saying, hey, the food will come fast because that's how it's cooked. So, who knows what happened there. No stream without food talk. Yeah, always, right? Always. Right, yeah, this is some area of the jungle that needs some work. Right, I think we'll just chop this one here down. Man, the vine breaking sounds so loud. Is that correct? Ha. Hi X, any types of cuisine you haven't tried that you really want to? Ooh, probably. Like, not off the top of my head, because I have tried a lot of different types of cuisine, but like, I love variety in food. I'm really not a fussy eater and would love to try anything, really. So, anything I haven't tried, I'm pretty much going to be game for. The only things that, like, I know put me off, frogs, and snails, stuff like that. Like, I know it's more psychological, but I guess I could give it a try if ever the opportunity presented itself, but that would be some food that I would be a bit iffy about, right? Frogs are actually tasty. Yeah, that's the thing, they probably are. What time does the next Hermit stream? 45 minutes for the next one. Do you like hot stuff, says Harrow9? Not crazy hot, but I'm getting more accustomed to hotter things with time, I guess. How do you feel about eating insects? Seems like it's going to be way more common in the future, says Anna Pet. You know, I can't think of many insects that I've eaten, but again, it's like you're going to have that sort of repulsive instinct because you're not used to it. And you think of like cockroaches and stuff, but you know, food's food, and certainly eat them if you were starving, like big time, you know, so if the opportunity presented itself and I felt cool with it, I might give it a try, but probably wouldn't seek that one out. And do you know what? I think I need to have enchiladas this week. I haven't had enchiladas in such a long time. Oh, and I was going to cook myself a rice pan. I should really make a list. I should have made a list. Got all these ideas floating in my head around what I'm going to have this week. But I love cooking a rice pan. Do you think it's good that China people eat bats, says Chazman? Again, like, you know, the reality is, if you're eating animals, why distinguish between different animals? What's the reason for doing that? If your question is related to Corona stuff, though, well, there are food practices that need to change. China might not be the only, you know, culture with particular food practices, and I'm not a fan of pointing the finger and putting blame, because, you know, history is full of no shortage of finger pointing you could do at different cultures, right? I mean, colonialism, okay? You know, you could do a lot of finger pointing with that for the world's problems. So I just think, you know, let's try and change and move in the right direction, as opposed to get mad about other people's cultural practices. Corona did not come from people eating bats. That is a racist superstition that has been debunked repeatedly, says Moonflake. Well, let's not get too deep into the world of opinions on what happened, but I get a lot of my information from the science communicators community. That sounds weird to say. And the consensus time and time again has been that it happened in a wet market, right? Now, that doesn't mean that the eating was the part that meant it was transferred from person to from animal to person, but like, it's part of the reason why that happens. So I think if you want to be objective about what things happened, like, that's cool. But the race thing comes after that. Like, if that's what happened, then that's what's happened. But to make it a race thing, some people will. They'll then be like, oh, blame it on this group of people. That's not the way I think. You know, bad things happen all around the world all the time because of different cultural practices. It shouldn't be about pointing fingers. It should be about finding solutions. That's my opinion. The biggest problem with food is the mass producing of it. Environmentally, the world would be much better off if people would eat less meat, says these knights. Yeah, they would. It has a bigger impact, right? But then if you were to, you know, when you would replace those things with other things, they'll probably end up causing some form of problem. But essentially, there's a lot of us, and we're having a big strain on the planet. So whatever we're going to choose to do will probably end up causing some sort of problems, but getting away from meat consumption would be a good one. COVID was from the live snakes in a market, not from people eating bats. I do remember hearing something about it being related to snakes as well, so I apologise if I have the wrong bit of info there, but I'm fairly sure, you know, it's confirmed it came from the wet market, if we can put a pin in that. Tuxaban says you can't sustain the amount of people without mass production somehow. That is very true, and is often a bit of a romanticized notion that going back to the old ways and living off the farms is how we should live. Well, unfortunately, we've got too many people to do that, and we have to, you know, industrialize and use technology to mass produce stuff. If we go back to the old ways to support the amount of people we have on the planet, we're going to ruin it overnight. It's when there were less people living off the land, those people could have a higher impact on the planet, but there's less people, so overall the impact is smaller, right? It's the old numbers game. Okay. That level 99 Charmander is here for 3 months saying, hello Asuma, glad to catch you streaming again, hope you're doing well and the build comes out as stunning as the rest of them. Thank you man, appreciate your enthusiasm there. Woggly I1 is here for 2 months saying, hey X, how do you keep on this sweltering day? I don't know, I just keep going, you know. Honestly, if this were not a stream day, I would probably wrap it up now or have not streamed. Let's have a look at chat. I'm looking at chat. I'm looking for a message to read. Someone in chat there pointing out something about the whole, oh, you haven't seen this, you haven't seen that. Yeah, I didn't get to read all of your message because it went off the screen, but I'll comment on that, or at least what I think you're talking about. Yeah, I think we need to respect our own ignorances more and other people's ignorances, and not talk to one another as if someone's stupid because they didn't know something you saw. Like, not a very inviting way to be brought into discussion, is it? Like, no one enjoys being told they're a moron, essentially, or something like that. Okay, this, you know, what I want to do is chop down this tree and not chop down more than I need to. So I think we found the boundary of this. Looks good. No, they're jungle back there, aren't they? It's just a little foggy over here. But now it looks kind of cleared up, which is good. Alright, actually done a pretty clean job there. Pretty clean job. We got Widder Shins here for 5 months. We could go back to the natural way and control the birth rate better. Pengu Soldier for 97 months. I'm having a great day, thank you. Tanga, 350 with a subscription. Silent Storms 2020 here with cheers and bits. Appreciate you, thank you. Going back to what Widder Shin says. One thing I don't think you can do is tell other people if they should or shouldn't have kids. I know it's easy to sort of look out there into the world and go, oh, if we just had less people, then it will be solved, right? But, okay, so let's say we actually mandate and we can impose that people have less children. Well, that's going to create a lot of suffering in terms of people's, you know, life's ambitions. You know what I'm getting at there. You're going to make people upset. What, we can't have kids? But also, then you're going to have an aging population, a large aging population that a smaller, younger generation have to support. That's already a big problem in Japan and in other places. It's not that straightforward and easy. And if we all went back to the, air quotes, natural way, again, the point being that when we were closer to nature, we actually had bigger carbon footprints. Industrialization and, you know, technology and efficiency allows us to produce more from less. The problem is the numbers at this scale are massive, so it's kind of easy to think, oh yeah, you know, just go back to how it was and all's good. But you can't with this many people. It won't add up, it won't work. It's a bit of a tricky thing to realise. You know, if you watch those, if you watch lots of those documentaries that go around about food and environmentalism, just remember there's always another side to that argument, and it's worth seeking them out and understanding these concepts from different ideologies or views on the world. Because I watched a lot of those types of movies and things growing up, and I believed in it for a long time, and then when I found my way to hearing people talk about it differently, I realised actually there are like a lot of shortcomings to these ideas. They're oversimplified and whatnot. Opinions on what happens after we die, like reincarnation. There's some pretty convincing cases. It's quite shocking. I've never seen a convincing reincarnation case because I believe in I say I believe. I don't believe in science. Science isn't about belief. Science is like, can we prove this beyond, you know, a doubt? And there isn't a lot of good science about reincarnation that I'm aware of. Heard about this guy who done some experiments measuring the weight of a human as they died, and it's basically not ever been recreated and only ever happened once, and that's not a good sign of good science, so didn't think much of that. But for me, you know, we don't have the answers to what consciousness is, so why put a foot down and say there's no reincarnation, there's no life after this one? Don't actually know. Don't really have a way of proving it, so I can't say if there is or there isn't. All I know is that I'm at peace with if I die and that's it, then that's it. I can live with that. I accept that. That's not a horrible thing either. It's not like, oh god. It's like, well, life's pretty amazing and full of wonderful things you can enjoy. So enjoy them because you can. And don't get too hung up on the idea that it might disappear one day, because we're all going to die. So it's a fact. You're born and then you're going to die. It's the one thing you can be certain of. So I don't subscribe to any ideas of reincarnation, but I don't dismiss them as such. There's a lot of stories of people who claim to be reincarnated. Some of them are interesting, but hardly ever have any of them, I don't think any of them have ever been scientifically proven, reproduced, anything like that. So unless something along those lines happens, then there's no need for me to assert that I have any form of knowledge or answer about what happens after you die. That's just it. You know, you go on to the next plane, which might be nothing. How do you scientifically prove that though, says Rez? Well, it's very difficult to imagine how you would, because we don't have a lot of, like, you know, a lot of knowledge around consciousness to begin with. Well, we've had more than we had in the past now. The best place to start, I think, is maybe maths, right? You know, 1 + 1 = 2. We all get it. That's a proof right there. I don't think you can argue that it doesn't. That's like a base concept to begin with. So from there, everything else we know about reality is all about the reduction of uncertainty. I'm having a hard time using my noggin here while I talk. It's all about the reduction of uncertainty. So, you know, scientific fact is easy to say, but really it's like scientific knowledge is reduction of uncertainty. And some things we're incredibly certain on. So yeah, anyway, anywhere where science interacts with an idea, like reincarnation, is about reduction of uncertainty. And then maybe the science goes far enough to the point where we all just generally agree that's that. But in the world of consciousness, with science, like it's very early beginnings, some fascinating stuff being learned about the brain. What parts of the brain light up when you do and think about different things. A lot has been learned in the field of neuroscience, but far from having a position of certainty on it all, I guess. TH Ozzy says it's bad to think about. I'm not sure what specifically you mean is bad to think about, but I'd like to think everything we've been chatting about is all fair, right? I think reincarnation is not possible, since you would need enough energy to send your mind into another body and keep everything except the memories. I think you might be overthinking it a little bit. Just think about how experience and consciousness can feel separate from energy and matter and the material world, right? There's this inner world we all possess, our conscious experience of things. It's deeply mysterious. So to assert that it involves energy or involves moving from one thing to another, you know, is a little... We're not even that... We haven't even figured anything out to say if that's so yet, right? It could be that there is another form of dimension, existence, plane, whatever words we use to describe it. Something beyond the material that our conscious experience actually interacts with or goes through, right? There could be something like that. I'm not saying there is, just that there could be. Because we can't exactly prove that there isn't. Consciousness is very mysterious, remember. Like, it's still a thing we're trying to figure out. Like, science can't really tell you what it is, can it? It can tell you what it's not, maybe, but it's still part of a big mystery. So, no need to, like, assert anything onto that. By the way, what I'm doing right now is just making the areas around the path a little bit more mob-proof by putting down leaves. And also, like, tidies it up and makes it look alright. So all these leaves we were gathering for Iskall, right? All these wonderful leaves. We'll still have some left, but now they're just being used to fill in all this stuff. Let's read some noises in the ear. Alana Race is here with Cheers and Bits saying, hey, X, gotta go. I want to throw this out there. People attack GMOs, but honestly, they will probably be what saves the world. Also, PG-18 action, education to cut population growth. Also, safe. Do you mean save? I'll research whatever that is after the stream. Yeah, I've, again, watching all the environmental documentaries, learning about how terrible GMOs are, right? And then, you know, found my way around to people who don't agree with that assessment and hearing their take on it, and then I'm like, well, you know, I don't really know, I'm not a science person, right? Like, I'm not out there in the field, and there's these people in the field saying, actually, no, this stuff isn't as bad as they're making it out to be. And I remember hearing some pretty convincing stuff from someone in the field of GMOs that kind of made me go, yeah, actually, I don't really know, and I can see how what you're saying makes sense as well. But we live in this weird place where we always have to trust other people. We live in the age of experts, I guess you could call it, right? Like, whatever it is you've got an opinion on that you know is this or that, like, it's mostly just through someone else that has been communicated, right? I'm going to take an example, and I don't want this to get all political and about anti-masking and stuff like that, but in the whole anti-masking thing, one of the things going around is this idea that the coronavirus is too small for the masks to effectively stop them going through. Well, you see, there is a nugget of truth in that that's been extrapolated. The coronavirus is smaller than the gaps in a mask. Therefore, it could go through it, but coronavirus is transmitted through water droplets that are much larger. And so, there are these little bits of information out there that people seem to just cherry pick and use for their idea. And it's, even I will do it, like, it's hard to separate that sometimes, because you've got these deep instincts to be right about things. You've got these instincts to kind of like, I need to know the answer, I need to be in the right. So out there exists bits of scientific information, and people go and grab it when it suits what they want to communicate, right? If you've got this idea, you know, often quite an emotional one, that, you know, all these big corporations and this mass industry farming, it's ruined the planet and all this, which, you know, there's this truth in there, and I'm not dismissing anyone's feelings about that, but you tend to like reach for bits of information, and that's what I learned, kind of like withdrawing from a lot of the very steeped in environmentalism stuff, is that I'm for it, I get the spirit of it, but sometimes some of the stuff in it is just cherry picking bits of information that don't tell you the whole picture. People also say that masks block all oxygen. I mean, if someone's saying masks block all oxygen, it's like, well, come on now. You know, surgeons have been wearing this stuff for a long time. Where are all the oxygen-starved surgeons? again, it's probably something like, you know, they probably restrict the amount of oxygen coming in by 10% or whatever, and then it just gets blown out of proportion. I mean, I'm making that up, but it's like an example of what I think I observe happening. It's English MC says lots of the anti-mask / anti-vax community have a selective mindset. They see some info but ignore the info that disproves them. Yeah, just remember, like, try and see that in yourself as well. Like, it's very easy to think that all the other people are being crazy, but I noticed that as well. Like, because I've been thinking about this stuff for so long, I catch it quite a lot. Like, especially when I browse a site like Reddit, which now whenever I browse Reddit, I'm starting to think I should find something better to do with sitting on the toilet time. Okay, because I am continuously irritated by stuff on there. Like, I've noticed a lot of articles are just sort of like snappily condensed down into this like quick to read title format that's like, hey, this reinforces your worldview kind of information, right? And like the type of audience that it attracts, those headlines that get outvoted, they're always just the same reinforcing of the same ideas that are being shared in that community. So like, always try and look for it in yourself. That's what I try and do. Because then you'll notice yourself on occasion, like watching something, and you're like, yeah, that's right. And then you're like, well, the reason that I feel strongly about this is because it backs up something that I think, as opposed to me being able to objectively say, oh, was that properly proven? By the way, when I talk about Reddit, I'm not talking about a specific subreddit. I'm talking about, you know, the front page. I have an app called Reddit is Fun, I think, and it's just a aggregator for all the stuff that's happening on Reddit. So you see stuff from all sorts of different subreddits, essentially. Now, this area down here could probably do with some torches. Also, noises in the ear. Nucade Dragon gifted a sub to Kaluga Ramate. Thank you for gifting the sub, appreciate it. We got Blue Snowfox here with cheers a bit, saying best way to wake up, morning chat of X. Cheers, dude, appreciate it. Thank you for the cheers and bits. We've got Slade42 here for 2 months. And we got Saint Sarka here with a donation saying, any thoughts on how a person could learn to be less judgmental and negative towards other? If a person grew up around extremely judgmental and negative parents / grandparents? Saint Sarka, fantastic question, really. Let me say, I feel like I might even be an example of that. I used to be way more judgmental and negative about stuff. And I think one of the keys to getting away from that is self-examination. Is to turn your thoughts on yourself a lot. It's something that I've learned to do, is just to assess yourself, where you're at, what you're thinking, why you're thinking that. When you reflect those questions on yourself, you'll find, you know, sometimes you do things that you are judgmental of towards other people, right? Like, and that can just humanize other people a little bit more. But it's also just like a thing you can practice as well, right? Like, just make it an idea, make it like a goal to think about it next time you find yourself being judgy towards someone. Maybe step back from that, try and humanize or empathize more. Just once you start giving yourself those reasons to see people differently like that, it will just become more natural or second nature. Currently judging Asuma for not waving back. Oh! Sorry, XB, I was waffling. Is XB next, by the way? I think XB is. I remember XB having some earlier than usual streams. I just totally forgot to put it in my head who was next, like getting prepared to stream and doing all the bits and bobs. XB is indeed next. That's fantastic. Thank you, Blaze Time. Okay, we got Nakuade Dragon again, gifting a sub to Red Fury 07. Thank you for gifting the sub, dude. Appreciate it. We got Reformed Julian here for 10 months saying, it's so weird to think about that we've probably explored / discovered less than 0.0001% of the entire universe, says Reformed Junior. Yeah, no, it's fascinating. One of the things about knowledge is that the more we learn that we don't know. So if you start at, like, you know, base level of ignorance, you can think that the world you're on is everything, that there's nothing beyond the stars. So as knowledge has increased over time, knowledge usually leads to more questions. It's fascinating. I mean, I listened to some really interesting podcasts a while ago, and I found the concepts in them a little difficult to kind of integrate into the mind. There were conversations about the nature of knowledge, and that if you can have knowledge of something, then it is already knowledge that's there to be learned or to be, I don't know, taken in, right? Like it's almost like it's quantifiable already. Fascinating idea. But then, if that is true, then that means we've actually, like, collectively gained a percentage of knowledge of the total amount of knowledge. So although it feels like it's expanding, and we're learning about the bits we don't know, essentially, is there a finite limit to the amount of knowledge we can have? And then it got really, like, metaphysical and bizarre beyond that, to the point where it, like, started hurting my brain. Hey, that should always work. We got Ruben here for 6 months. Glad you're enjoying it, dude. Anna Bombanana gifting a sub to Blue Jay 4273. Thank you for gifting the sub, Anna. Appreciate ya. Also, XP Crafted for 4 months. Thank you, Mr. Crafted, my fellow hermit, for the support. I appreciate it. Okay, we got a few more blocks placed down here. Hey X, what's your general opinion of fan art, if you? Anything you don't like or prefer? I just love the fact that someone's inspired to, like, create. So I kind of just adore it. You know, whatever it is, it's just always nice to see that people are, you know, spending their time coming up with cool stuff based on, you know, me making videos. So I just love it. Fan art's just really motivating and inspiring. Uh-oh, got a couple of blocks here that need changing. Even though no one will probably ever come by and look at this ever again. I just need to know that it's done. Right, I definitely feel like this here's got to change. And I feel like I'll probably just do it with a little bit of trimming from down here. Yeah. Now we got it. Not so bad now. I got no idea what I'm going to do with this room. Eventually I'll have to decorate it. And I kind of originally pictured there being some things on either side as you walk up to this, but it's going to involve a lot of landscaping and terraforming. I'm probably not actually going to build any little monuments now. I did plan on putting so much more detail into the down here kind of area when I originally worked in this place. What about this tree? This tree's like really in your way. But I might just leave it there. Although it would be easy to chop down, it's kind of isolated. And I also feel like there's some lingering leaves here that don't make much sense. Yeah, we're gonna chop this down. Although now that I've taken those out, that's actually, I think I might leave it. It's kind of nice that it can be big and be there and just you get away with it. Cool. Right, I'll come back through here with string one day once all the vines are regrown. But for now, we're almost done. I just realised that we've got some torches to place down, right? We got Anna Bombanana gifting a sub to Estrild. Thank you again for another gifted sub, Anna. Appreciate it. Appreciate it ever so much. Hey, Suma, why is there slow mode for chat in 4 minutes, says Pilot Boy? Because there's so many you're trying to talk that when I look at chat, it's usually generally moving a little too quick for me. So slow mode lets me keep on top of it, you know, and read it better. Kino Mikael says, "Hey X, can you talk about the problems with men simpling?" Oh my god, I'm so sick of memes and stuff being described through these simple little lenses that get passed around. From what I can tell, simping is... I don't even know. So people have tweeted me after discussing this on other streams, like what the definition of it is. There seems to be several definitions of it, but generally, it just, to me, it just looks like, hey, someone does something on the internet and you judge them for it, right? Like, that's all I see. That's just it. You know, sometimes it's like a transaction that someone's making. They're sending a streamer like money or something, and then they get called a simp. It's just all too easy to just put people into these little boxes and oversimplify everything. So my opinion is it's just more meme culture that I think is potentially more damaging than positive, right? Okay, looks like those ones right there are the last ones. Cool. Nice lining up, I guess. Someone says, what are your thoughts on people struggling with having a lack of personality? Well, that's an interesting thing to say, like someone having a lack of personality. I mean, some people maybe are just not more animated or as excited, but we all got lives. If you yourself feel like you're struggling from a lack of personality, I mean, either that's like translating to not being charismatic, but like, oh, I just think, just be yourself. Like, focus on being the best self you can be and be yourself. You know, not worry about it too much. If you go through life trying to like be something for other people, then you'll never, you know, you'll always be like, you'll always be trying to be someone else. You'll meet the people that you always have to try and be them for. What are your thoughts on the Karen meme? Same thing, Acid Speedy. Karen, boomers, just easy ways to put people into boxes. Not very productive. Memes just really kind of like oversimplify and condense, and they take your experiences of things and make you feel like that's what other people are thinking, feeling the same way. And it's just, I don't think it's very productive. We need articulation. We need communication. We need more depth, more nuance, more understanding. By the way, so I just noticed something is on my list that I said I would take care of for the rest of the group. And it's kind of important. I'm glad I spotted it. So, yeah, just going to drop these things in over here for a minute. Don't need to clear out my inventory like crazy, but need to go do a job. So, no, not in there. Let's put away some tools that we don't need and grab some obsidian. And also take a tool that we're now going to need. That's right, I'm breaking and mending. You know? I got them on that. I got them on that. Some of you are going to be like, what? Not on flint and steel. Okay, there we go, some diamonds. Oof. You're missing shears in your toolbox. Yeah, I don't bother with shears. Shears I will actually just tear through. I'm not going to put unbreaking on them. The way you use them just doesn't make it worth it. Selena Opal says, are memes propaganda or is propaganda memes? Memes and propaganda are things that have certainly overlapped. Memes have undoubtedly been created with intent. Again, another reason to think more and to get away from this oversimplification. That is odd, because I'm supposed to fix this portal, but it looks like someone else has done it. And now it's over there, so I guess I should probably go double check that this is set up correctly, because this is what I was supposed to do. We had a meeting and I said I'd come fix this, so we might still need to do that. Let's see if it's set up properly. Okay, so if you want to infiltrate culture with ideas, memes is a great way. I mean, memes are literally the spread of ideas and culture, right? Before they were little internet captions, pictures and ideas, they were coined as memes as the spreading of cultural ideas and cultural currency and whatnot. who creates them and what is their intention, because memes can instill ideas in your mind. You know? Especially when it's like these people, that people. Look at these Karens with their haircuts. Like, they're instilling ideas. Yeah, we all probably know it's a bit of fun, but it's also, you know, kind of actually happening. So sometimes memes may be created with nefarious intent, and they have, on occasions, they have been caught out. The whole story about Twitter being, and Facebook groups having all of these Russian troll accounts and communities built from IP addresses that come from Russia and all of this, like their internet agency, I forget the name of it. But anyway, it's like evidence that there are actors on the internet, not real people, creating memes. And what they showed them doing is that they create a bunch of normal meme culture, and then they start to slip in more subversive ideas in the middle of it. So it all starts with, you know, just simple harmless stuff, but then you put something a little bit more radical in there. Alright, and so people who are consuming the memes may not realise that they're slowly being suggested in this different direction. Okay, so this is not in the right spot, but it doesn't look like it's going to have an issue. So I could move it, just to make sure it doesn't cause any issues. Okay, it's got issues. We've got to fix it. We've got to go fix it. Well, whoever moved that, I mean, at least now we're hooking it up for its new location, which seems like probably a better location. Memes are compact, dense forms of communication, in my opinion, says Ben Hamanino. Yeah, and what a great analogy, compact. It's like they're compressed, right? And if you think about what compression does, right, imagine a beautiful picture, and then you compress it down to a kilobyte and then blow it back up again. How much information gets lost? How much nuance? Right, that's literally a brilliant analogy. Because that's the problem that I'm pointing at. That's what I'm saying. It's an issue because it gets compressed. When we blow it back up, we all get a different idea of the bigger picture. Oh, there is some sort of beacon, purple beacon beam over there. Don't shoot at me, Ghast. Ow! Oh, you shot at me. That's not allowed. That is not allowed. Oh, no, I don't need to press that just yet. It takes advantage of the reader's own bias, and it's done on purpose, says Emperor Kira. Yeah, there's definitely that. You definitely have a bias that a meme can take advantage of. Hi? Bye? Okay, so I've got the coordinates on my screen at the moment, so it's actually a little further this way. Actually, it's quite a bit further this way. And the other one is 285, so here, here-ish, and there-ish. A few more blocks that way, and we should have a good synchronized nether ball, thanks to that. Cool. It's nice when you don't have to do a bunch of other stuff, like decorate and prepare. Like, that's it, it's set up. Let's go through this way just to make sure. Social media is not a good thing to consume, in my opinion. It's structured in a way to keep people on the platform. Tuxaban, you're absolutely right. A lot of social media platforms are engineered to retain your attention. That is the part of the economy of the internet, right? Is maintaining attention. It can be damaging because things that gain your attention are not always truthful or with the best of intent. Like, you know, anger and rage can keep you, you know, on that social media platform, getting angry at all those people. Let's put the sign back here, actually. Cool. I am also just going to quickly post that. Oh yeah, we also need a thumbnail for this video, so I might go get that taken care of since I'm booting up Discord and all that stuff. Ellie Walter says, have you ever eaten a Beyond Meat or Impossible Burger? I've not tried those two brands, but I really want to, and I have had other types of brands, and I quite like a lot of alternatives just for what they are. Some of them don't really taste that meaty, but there are some that are pretty darn meaty and cool tasting. Okay, where am I going to put this? In the mini games area. Okay, so that's that done. That's actually the important thing. That's very good. Das ist gut. Don't know if gut is the French word for good or not. Shady Bob says, Joe Rogan says that Beyond Meat is very unhealthy. Yeah, I need to look into that more, but what you've got to realise is it's soy stuff that's heavily processed. It's also kind of new, so there might not be a lot of knowledge around that, so to speak. But yeah, I've heard him mention that. Also, while we're in the world of talking about stuff, I heard something on Joe Rogan's podcast that really bugged me, okay? I got to get this off my chest. I think it was Ben Shapiro that originally said it, right? Making this analogy about peaceful protesting. And I don't want to get too deep into this, okay? It's not that time and place, but just think on this. Just think on it for yourself. He said that O.J. Simpson had a mostly peaceful day until he murdered... forget the name of who he murdered, right? Okay, and equated that to peaceful protesters having a mostly peaceful day. I can't believe Joe actually brought that. That's just completely illogical. You can't be like, an individual has a mostly peaceful day until they do something heinous, and then compare it to crowds. In a crowd of people, in large numbers, you can have 90% of people peaceful all day long, and 10% of people come and do something destructive. It is not the same as an individual choosing to do something heinous with their time in a day. I can't believe he brought that one. That's just really illogical. Say what you want about, is it right having protests and things going wrong? I think people absolutely have the right to protest. And all it ever takes is just a few people to come in and do something destructive to paint that sour. It's not fair on the peaceful protesters, the people that go out there with a genuine cause and behave by common decency, to then get painted bad in that way. It's just not right. Just not right. And it really rubbed me the wrong way, that one, because it just felt so obvious. You can't equate things together like that. It's... oof. Just not right. Miss Brick Kitten says that he trades in that type of hyperbole. I mean, you know, like, here's the thing. People aren't perfect, okay? We all make mistakes, and sometimes you hang on to bad ideas. But yeah, that is what I've been speaking against most of the stream, right? Just oversimplifying stuff and whatnot. How long have you played this world, says Rasmus? We're like half a year into it, I think. Also, yeah, spoilers. Scar here with the beautiful trees of diamonds. So we're just kind of hanging out waiting for XP. I mean, I just came here as if XP was going to be here. Let's go stand in front of the diamond pile. Right, we've got Harvester 9 subscribing with Amazon Prime. Sinesia for 4 months. Ken Kaeli for 4 months. We've got Saint Sarka here saying, I might not judge you for not saying Sakra. Oh, I got it wrong a second ago, didn't I? Thanks for the input. Much more to think about. Take care. Cool, yeah, I hope this stream has given you food for thought. Oh, we never written here. Not exciting, but, you know, it's an accurate description of what we did today, so that's good. And it's ready for the next hermit. Not of Doom. Really like that one. Yeah, well, you know, it just sounds like such an Iskall thing. Mega project. I didn't even call it that. I think I called it Massive Base Expansion. And then I just started saying Mega in my head. Oh, do you know what? We started the live stream here. I'm going to make this my thumbnail because it's so beautiful. But now that it's turning to night, it feels slightly less luminous and beautiful. So we need that bed. Did XB reply? On my way. Cool. Yeah, no rush, XB. If you need a minute, I can hang out. He's here! Okay, let's put this back. Okay, let's grab that thumbnail. It's on my clipboard, and then we're going to be... Actually, I feel like I should step back maybe. Oh, jeez, I went for a hermit. There it is. Oh, XB, get in the thumbnail! Sweet, XB's in the thumbnail now. Y'all will remember this moment when you see it on X2. Sweet! Right, I am passing the baton. It is time for Mr. XB Crafted to do his live stream here on Twitch. And that means that you should hit the raid button in chat. Massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. Thank you to all of my Patreons. Also, if you want to see... Actually, XP might not be ready yet. Uh-oh. Why is it not turning up here? Uh-oh. I think I've got it. I think Twitch is having a bad day. Hit that raid button in chat, peeps. And if you're interested in seeing the combat snapshot video, it's probably live on my channel right now. So yeah, things to enjoy. Anyway, hit the raid button, hit the follow button. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.